Hello, it's another Suburban Apple scene, which of course takes place in lovely, picturesque New Hampshire. And it's January, still 1 or 2 days left before all the children start returning to school to brag about the Christmas gifts they've gotten to their friends, to lie about the Christmas gifts they wish they would have gotten instead of the Christmas gifts they did get. You know, typical everyday American youth things. And the scene starts panning in on the picturesque suburb of within Brigganfowl. The snow is softly fallen. Nobody is messing with their lawn for fear the HOA will get on them for not conforming to regulations. After all, it's hardly picturesque having huge chunks of your yard shoveled as well as your driveway. Driveways shoveled, yards snow covered. Lovely. Snowmen are allowed, but snow angels are iffy. After all, you can't necessarily guarantee that they'll all be uniform. But this is where we find ourselves. It's late afternoon. The sun has gone down. The wind has begun to blow its chill breeze, and the camera pans in on a 10-year-old boy and whatever shenanigans he is getting himself into.
Well, Patrick has been, he had been playing with his friends for the most part this day. Joey was oddly absent, but, everyone else was having fun, and Patrick was leading him on a game. After hearing that you're not allowed to put snow angels onto the on the lawn, Patrick made it his mission that they were going to put a snow angel on every single lawn, maybe multiple.
So many fines have been accrued this day.
So many fines. No real idea of why these things are against the rules, but that seems dumb. That seems silly. And you know what? There's nothing. If there's one thing that doing with the forbidden is, it's an adventure. And so, him, Jackie, Marcus, and Danny, all going up and down the streets, flopping down on people's yards, snow angeling before running off before someone catches them. But even they get tired and say goodbye to him, and before they go back to their place, to their homes. Leaving Patrick alone, but he's not quite done with snow angels yet. So he's going up the streets and flopping down and doing snow angels here and there, and he starts getting closer to a house, and it's got a very different feel than everywhere else. I mean, some of the places have their Christmas lights, still up, some down, but this place never had Christmas lights up. No, now there's nothing but yellow tape over the doors, over the windows. And he's sort of stopping and staring at this one. And there's almost a very serious look on his face as he's staring at it. Then he remembers something. Oh, yeah! And he reaches into his pocket and manages to find it. Small, little crystal teapot.
The teapot shimmers, much like the snow that surrounds the area. It's empty and has been for a while. For whatever purposes Belladonna stole it for, it doesn't seem that she's used it. There's no residual tea, no chips in the what was previously very well cared for and very well loved teapot. And you can see in the yard of Vin's home there. Well, all the other yards are very pristine with the freshly fallen snow. There's boot tracks. Some they're a little bit faded as the snow continues to fall, but they're there because investigators were there today. As they close up to leave for the evening, a sergeant turns to one of the cops that was sort of handling security of the area and says, "Will you take that fucking thing down?" And the junior police officer reaches up and removes the head of Falala from the arch of the door and grabs a larger evidence bag and stuffs it in there. The various detectives and police officers pack up for the evening. And once again, it's fairly silent at the home of Vin, save for the occasional rustle of the police tape in the breeze.
There's a sort of frown on his face when he sees, like, he sees Falala's head being taken down. It doesn't seem right in a way. It just seems unfair. That's what it seems. It seems unfair. So as they're all still gathered around, and they're doing their investigative work and stuff like that, Patrick stuffs the teapot into his pocket, and with no real, just that knowledge that he's going to pretend to be a police officer. He belongs on the scene, so he starts walking, and he's almost making sort of exaggerated sort of struts almost in a way, like an old British constable or something like that, as he's walking up towards the place to get to the evidence bag.
Okay. You're going to need to roll. See, it's a stealth roll, so let's go with Dex stealth to see if you can. Yeah.
Don't forget the Pisky ability. So, we'll see. I don't remember you being part of the scene, but that's okay. There's evidence you need to pack up, boy. Anyway, where is the damn dice roller? There we go. Sorry. Normal difficulty or?
How does the Pisky thing work? Do you have to roll to blend in, or you just
nope? It just is you automatically blend in, and they have to roll occult or Greymare to try and pierce the illusion.
Yeah, they're cops. They don't have that. Go ahead and roll standard difficulty.
Okay. Well, okay, doing good, Patrick. Best roll of the night. Just you wait. So yeah. Not really paying. Well, maybe they've noticed a new green-eyed cop on the beat or something like that. But for whatever reason, just seems to belong. There's a lot of other people investigating the house and whatever. So Patrick goes in there and opens up the evidence bag. Goes to take out the head, but there's probably other things in there too, and so that gets his curiosity and more of his sticky fingers as he starts pocketing the other things that he's finding.
Bella kind of chimes that taking this disembodied horse head is a little bit creepy. There's a little bit of colorful language mixed in.
Well, it doesn't seem right just putting it in a bag. She should get a proper burial. Oh, burial at sea. Could we do burial at sea? That'd be fun. He says as he sort of tucks the head under his arm, and he's absent-mindedly. He's not even really looking as he's grabbing other things out of the evidence bag, and just things that are slightly catching his eye. Something shiny. So he grabs something and he pulls it out.
You end up with Vin's pen, the same pen he used to write "Well Behaved" all those nights ago.
Doesn't even recognize it or think about it. It's just in his pocket.
It rustles against some other things that have been in your pocket for a while. Little pieces of foil that have flown away, interesting birthday party confetti, a Babe Ruth baseball card that was autographed back in the day. The various odds and ends that you do find in a child's pocket.
Well, it's now confirmed, and he's completely forgotten that he has it. So,
yes. But Other than that, they don't seem to be paying much mind to him. It's the end of the day. They want to get home.
Mm,
They're cold because the utilities have basically been shut down at the house.
mm,
Yeah, Ben was gone for a long time, and well,
yeah.
these kinds of things tend to fall to the wayside. There's nobody to take on the property, so the city has turned off power to it.
Mm-hmm,
Um, so as things get dark,
mm-hmm,
the police pack up their portable lights and ready themselves to head home.
mm-hmm. And
And suddenly,
Patrick. Yep, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, suddenly you find yourself once again alone.
And Patrick's sort of looking at the old place. Such a hollow shell for a wizard's tower, for a sorcerer's home now. And he just sort of frowns, and he just sort of like he goes down. And he sort of kicks some snow away as he's going along.
Roll me perception alertness.
Okay, let's see how that goes. Standard diff.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
Okay, higher difficulty perception kenning.
Mm. I think that's the same dice. What's the difficulty on that one?
7.
7. Okay. Let's see. 2 successes.
Okay. You've noticed that while you were in Vin's home, that place where a freehold was destroyed, it kind of made you feel a little woozy at times, but nothing that a energetic boy like yourself would have paid too much mind to. But Bella seems to be kind of weak from it. Not as bright. Just the general exposure to not only this destroyed freehold in this vicinity, not only the banality of somebody murdered with cold iron and the invocation of the autumn time and time again in this place, all of that, and the only changeling, the only fairy in this vicinity, only one this time, surrounded by mortals who simply don't believe in fairies. She just, it looks like it kind of like she's had a very long day in the very brief moment that you were going around picking pockets.
Mm. And it's like, oh, come on. You can't be sick. Well, if you're tired, you know, you can always sleep in one of my pockets. Come on.
She sort of drifts like a
Mm.
falling leaf towards the pocket.
Mm.
And there she yeah.
Mm.
You feel the folding of a piece of cardboard as she attempts to make herself more comfortable.
Oh no. Anyway, so Patrick, with the unfortunate head of Falala underneath his arm, starts going along before he remembers. Oh yeah, teapots. Yeah, Ted would like that back, wouldn't he? So he starts going off in a direction, still have Falala's head under his arm.
And you're heading towards Erica, correct?
In the direction, probably, yeah. That's probably on
Right.
the way to the forest.
Okay. Well, then let's go ahead and pan towards the other child, Erica. This is winter break is coming to an end, and you've had a lovely day. Your father hasn't asked too much of you. After all, children need their vacations, even the nobility, and he hasn't pushed studies too heavily during the winter break. And what have you been doing with your free time?
Mostly probably playing in the snow and with the other kids in the neighborhood.
There was a mysterious appearance of a snow angel on your front lawn today. Your father seemed a little irked by it, but there
And
it
of
was
course,
nonetheless.
and of course, she swore she didn't do it. Wasn't me. I didn't do it. Uh, but she has an idea of who did. And so she is outside, seeing if she can spot Patrick.
It's probably not long before. I mean, there's no crowds around or anything along those lines, so it's not too hard to see him along the way. You see him walking along. Still in like snow boots. They seem to be different ones that he's taken. I mean, they seem to fit his size for the most part, but every time you see him, it's like it's not necessarily that he has new clothes on. I mean, most of the time, the clothes he's wearing have been usually just have been the same. As a matter of fact, they're mostly dirty, sometimes torn and whatnot. But you're not sure. There's sometimes things change, like maybe there's a new scarf or something like that. But other than that, it's like very minute things actually change. Or he's wearing only one glove as he is right now, but under his arm he's holding Falala's head as he's walking along, and he's sort of talking, and you can actually see almost a faint little glow coming from his pocket as it just.
Well, Erica's dressed in jeans and snow boots and her parka. And she sees Patrick and runs up to him. Hi.
Oh, hi, Erica. How's it going?
Good. There was a snow angel in my lawn today. My dad wasn't very happy about it. You wouldn't know anything about that, would you?
Oh, was he happy? That's awesome. I'm glad to hear that. Lots of people said you shouldn't be putting snow angels on lawns. I don't see why not.
She shrugs. I don't know. Adults sometimes just don't want to have fun.
That's why they're adults, he says, and he frowns. And that's why I'm not going to be one, he says.
Me either.
Perfect. I'm actually going to go see Ted.
Can I come?
Sure.
Okay. Go with Patrick. See Ted.
Yeah, following the leader.
And shifting focus again. Get back to the children.
That's fine.
We find ourselves in San Elipius, where Mandy has decided to visit with Tasha. And she's brought over some I don't know, whatever the fucking kids are into these days. Pokemon cards? No.
No, it's okay. Tasha invited her to come and play Fortnite.
Yes.
on stream with her. Her stream name, by the way, is Knockout, but knock is spelled N-O-C-K, obviously. So she's
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, man, like come over whenever. Like I usually stream during the day. Like you can just like hop in and whatever. We get tips sometimes if you want to make like a little extra cash. Nothing, too fucking big yet, but hey. Suckers on the internet want to watch me play this stupid game, right?
You get a couple of extra tips when like Mandy like goes into like give like a flirtatious kiss to you or something like that.
Excellent.
While you're trying to play your game.
What up, boys? Where are we dropping?
Savages. That's what we are.
Creeps who like to watch teenage girls kiss on the internet.
Listen, I'm making money off this shit.
Yes. But as the sun goes down, Mandy's phone starts to ring, and you hear her sort of have the moody conversation, the one side of the moody conversation. Yeah, with her mother. Like, I told you I was going to be out today. I don't know. You didn't say when I had to be back. Well, why do I have to come back now? Well, can't somebody else watch him? What do you mean you're going out? Well, maybe I wanted to go out. This isn't fair. Why do I have to watch the little goblin? Fine. And she hangs up the phone angrily. Would you like to come with me to babysit?
Hey, if your parents are going to be out of the house, man.
And she smiles. They will be. And if they have a problem with it, well...
And they should have fucking been there, right?
They should learn the number of one of the fucking babysitters. And she just kind of glares angrily as she like reaches for the keys in her pocket. It's like, well, shall we before Mom blows another gasket?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
And that happened about roughly 45 minutes ago. And as you pull into the driveway, you see a Pisky and a She having a conversation across the street from where Mandy lives.
Nah, fuck.
Fuck indeed.
I think
I can't decide whether
this really fucking sucks. These kids are fucking cock blocking me.
And Patrick will never know.
Mandy, listen, those two fucking rascals over there, I think I might need to be the goddamn adult for like a couple minutes. I'll be right back if that's cool.
She seems a little confused by that because these are two children that she doesn't really know. She's vaguely aware of Patrick's proximity to her brother, but
she's never probably seen him actually. But I mean, you never know.
But hey, I did learn some stuff about that weird goddamn procedure, the biomesh or whatever. We're gonna talk about that when I get back, if that's cool with you. It seems real fucking sketchy. I just need to make sure these squirts aren't gonna get in any trouble.
Yeah. Okay. And she just nods and heads into the house on her own, seeming a little perplexed by it.
Yeah, I'm fucking perplexed too. Ayo, nerds, wait up.
Do you hear that, Bella? I'm a nerd. What do you mean that's not a compliment?
Erica kind of blinks and turns her head like, what?
You're saying a geek's a better thing to be? Really? Okay. I'm not a nerd, I'm a geek. Bella says so.
Whatever. Where the fuck are you guys going? Shit. Where the hell are you guys going? No, fuck. Where are you two going?
So she's just kind of looking up at her with her head tilted.
Oh, we're gonna go see Ted.
Oh, fuck, that's perfect. I mean, crap. God fucking damn it. Gotta watch my mouth around you little assholes.
Why?
Because I'm like a bad influence or whatever.
Bella says worse things. Well, you do!
But anyway, just real fast. Is it cool with y'all if I invite some friends?
He's like, he sort of blink. He's like, oh yeah, that's fine. And he sort of stops for a moment. Can they see Ted?
Yeah. Don't worry.
Okay, cool. He says, and he starts walking his way.
Cool.
Yeah,
I'm
Erica
going
just nods and is like, yeah, the more the merrier. Come on.
gonna send a text to Jamie saying, dropping a pin on the location and be like, if you want to pick up Agnes, we're gonna be in the area. Doesn't specify who we are, but
who's they? What the hell's an aluminum falcon? Anyway.
Oh Lord.
The Mame or Panda Bear or whatever the fuck her name was.
What? Oh, you're so weird. Okay, well, nerds.
It's geeks. Bella said so.
Fight me. secure to you. I'm a fucking narrator.
All right.
So, yes, the Circle Woods. It is still a circular patch of trees, though people are starting to show more interest in it. There is couples sort of meandering around the very outer rim, holding hands, like, oh, look at how picturesque the trees are. Just
fucking
that sort
disgusting.
evidence that something has weakened significantly. And on the outskirts, kind of parked along the sort of roundabout shoulder, is a very looking vehicle. Very heavily tinted, on fucking lifts. you know, you know the sort. Anyways, and sort of resting on the hood are two red caps, because Erica doesn't know who these individuals are. That's what you can tell about them. Two adult red caps, very large. One is a very large, rather portly. They're both portly individual. One is
one of them squid?
No.
Darn it! I like squid.
Have you ever seen Run the Jewels?
No, I have not.
Oh, well, they're my face claim for Jamie and Michael, because they're also named Jamie and Michael.
Oh, nice.
Patrick's and they're all, yeah, sorry. No, go ahead with your description.
Anyways, yes. One is a very large, portly white man who is a red cap, and the other is a very large, portly black man who is a red cap. And Jamie, the white one, kind of does the two-finger salute to Tasha and gives kind of a polite nod to Patrick.
Jamie, how are you doing? It's been a while. And he goes over and he just sort of rushes up. He actually drops the horse head and gives him a big hug.
Hey, kid, getting into trouble?
All the time.
Glad to hear it. Kill
a Mike, he says as he goes over to kill a Mike and sort of grabs onto his arm and starts swinging from it, Jungle Jim kind of thing.
And this is what you're witnessing, by the way, Erica. this boy, little friend of yours, swinging on a very large red cap.
Oh, and Tasha gives the finger in response, as that is the polite thing to do when greeting a red cap as a knocker.
It's cool. This is the cool thing to do.
Yeah, so Erica will probably just mimic everybody else.
Oh no. if Tasha sees you, she'll be like, no, shit, fuck, don't do that. Put that down.
They
look at her like, okay.
They sort of look at each other, and they look at the little she-girl, and then they look at each other again, and then they look at Patrick. Did she-boy have another kid?
She-boy?
Are you talking about the sorcerer? He says as he's still swinging from them.
Yeah, that guy.
Oh no, he's dead.
Did you off him?
No.
Who beat you to it?
Hook.
They both sort of frown at this, and Lindsay, you're breathing heavy into your mic.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. it happens. But anyways, they sort of give each other another concerned look, and is he giving you any trouble?
He sort of took Emma away.
You know where
He's
he took her?
He nods.
And they just sort of give him that silence to fill in the missing information.
To his new ship. It's that big building that I took Agnes out of.
That you took. Excuse the fuck out of you.
Oh yeah, I saved Agnes from there. He says he's just.
I remember it a bit differently.
He's just sort of looking for it. Nuh-uh. I went in by myself, and then I saved her, and she burst into a bunch of colors. Right in
Was
the
she
sky.
there before they took her again?
What do you mean they took her again?
Because I remember fucking rescuing her. Like, she didn't end up in there. I had to stop a goddamn car outside of the thing. I made, like, one of those freaking, like, tire spike things out of fucking nothing.
He's sort of looking at you. That look is like, nah, you weren't there. I don't remember you were there.
God. His little shit.
They seem very concerned that there was an incident with the Ronald Reagan's Children's Wellness Center. And they turn to Tasha. You say that the time after you pulled her from the van, that's when you brought her here. They point
not here. I brought her to my house and she was chilling there for a little bit.
And is there a reason why What's-His-Fuck didn't follow you to your house?
No, I didn't think about that. St. Alpes is pretty fucking sketchy. I don't know if Captain Hook, depends on what, adaptation of him you're looking at, but usually he's kind of posh, right?
They look to each other. I have no fucking idea what this guy looks like.
I don't know what he looks like either. He just doesn't seem like the kind of guy to hang around slums.
Oh, he's got curly black hair, like thick black candles. And he's got this very sallow sort of face, very pale, very very pale face, and his eyes are violet. No, they're not violet. They're not quite blue, but they're not quite purple. Except when he kills someone, they turn red then.
Yeah, I don't know anybody who looks like that.
I'm assuming he also has a goddamn hook for a hand.
I certainly don't know anyone with a fucking hook for a hand. Everybody roll me perception. Kenny? No, alertness.
My best dice pool.
Standard diff.
Yes.
Why do I keep getting successes on these?
2, 3.
I have 3 dice and I have 3 successes.
What? Where'd you roll?
Suburban apples.
You're rolling in Suburban apples.
Oh,
where Lily rolled.
Oh.
I roll in Suburban apples too.
Okay.
Oh, I see. She's right above me.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sorry, it took a second to load up. I'm like, where is it? Okay, well, good. And Erica, I need a roll from Erica.
Yeah, 1 second.
Yes.
One success.
Yep,
And,
1 success.
You roll for Jamie and Killa Mike. Two, 3, 4 for Jamie and
We've got double my dice pool. Oh, that guy has almost triple my dice pool.
The red caps notice first. They sort of fucking smell that, and as they say, you smell that. All of you suddenly are aware of the smell of something kind of acrid and not quite right in the air. There's nothing directly visible that could be causing this smell, but for all three of you, actually, it's familiar, and for Tasha, it's incredibly familiar because it's been in your house since New Year's.
What the fuck? I thought that was some new perfume or some shit that my mom got.
No.
No. Something else. Something you inherited.
Oh, is it my dog?
Yes.
Puppy!
Are you actually saying puppy?
Yeah.
Horrible abomination.
Puppy! Where's my puppy?
Eric has given her a look like, is she serious right now?
Here, doggy.
As this rather banal, like banality radiating, horrid, monstrous creature just kind of moves forward. You notice that all the humans seem to subconsciously vacate the area very quickly.
I can't imagine why.
There's so much no.
No.
As this very, very large animal paws its way over to you, and it sort of like sniffs at the red caps and starts to emit a very low and menacing growl.
No, they're friends. It's okay. We like them. They are nice people.
It seems a little conflicted. It gives them a look that can best be described as fucking later. The growl.
Erica waves and says, "Hi, Nana."
Josh turns to the red cup and is like, I have no idea what the fuck this is, by the way. It just kind of started following me.
It's Nana!
Right, whatever the fuck that means.
Nana greets the other changelings with growls much the same as the red caps received. Just
well, you're not still upset about the fact I nearly cut off your head, right?
An especially menacing growl towards Patrick.
I mean, to be fair, I also did try to shoot it. Like, in all fairness.
Yes, but in all fairness, he's not the darling. Ding. Yes, but Nana just sort of continues to growl and keeps Patrick in her line of sight as best as she can for somebody who's perpetually blurry in photos. And Jamie breaks the silence a bit, and so you said that Agnes is in the woods.
Yeah, in like a freaking dollhouse that can change sizes or some shit.
Yeah, Ted's house.
That one, yeah.
And they look at the dog.
Nana, stay.
Nana kind of gives like a whimper, but like
I'll be back. I feel like maybe the place we're going isn't super friendly towards dogs.
Nana sits and yeah, and Jamie and Mike kind of give it a weary look and start to head towards the woods.
Yep. I know the way. Follow me. And Patrick goes along the way, having completely forgotten about the horse head.
Did he just like leave it on the ground, or?
Yeah, he dropped it when he was going to play around.
Kid, you dropped your fucking. The fuck is this?
Turns and he looks at that. Oh, that's Falala. He says as he goes up and he cakes it.
Yeah, you forgot your fucking Falala.
Yeah, she needs to be buried. Maybe burial at sea. I mean, that seems fun, but I don't know.
A tinkling
Maybe
from
goddamn
inside
sea.
your a tinkling from inside your pocket says we should give her a fucking Viking burial at sea and make sure she burns and that the whole thing just sinks, never to be seen again from that creepy bitch, which she is, of course, talking about Emma.
Oh, that sounds awesome!
Yes.
Apparently, we need to sail it out on a ship and then burn it somehow.
That sounds fucking awesome. I agree, but where's the closest like body of water?
Oh, that'd be the lake. Oh, I'm sure the mermaids would be able to help us.
The what?
Let's go. Yeah, the mermaids.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I'm not. You gotta keep me away from there, kid.
Why?
No reason. I probably just shouldn't go anywhere near them.
Are you afraid?
No, I'm like the opposite, which is very dangerous. If I know anything about mermaids and anything about that fucking Disney movie I watched.
Well, there's nothing wrong with them. They'll only try to drown you.
See, that's exactly it, kid. Because if I see them, I swear I'm gonna be like, yes, I'll do whatever you say. And that was not a good idea if they're trying to fucking drown me.
Oh, they won't drown my friends.
Oh. She just nods.
Oh yes.
Yeah, there's a portal, and he's walking into there, and he's explaining. Yeah, there's a portal under the lake. I found it out when they first came around. Tried to drown Dee and a few other people, but I saved them. Oh well, she wasn't very grateful about it though, but I still saved them.
Is there another body of water, maybe less inhabited by mermaids?
No, that's the biggest one.
New Hampshire, there's not much water around here.
I'll give you. No, I'm not giving you a fucking lighter. That's a bad idea, Tasha. Don't fucking give a kill lighter.
Anyway,
I would be
welcome to
very surprised if he doesn't have a lighter on it.
Oh, Patrick has
Right?
several lighters.
Patrick has an assortment of colors and varieties of lighters.
They all look so interesting. They're all like, like he's got a few Zippos, but mainly because they had like cool designs and shit on them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Every Pisky has someone's lighter.
Oh, absolutely. You're not a real Pisky if you don't have someone's lighter.
Hey, is it
If you've
my
never-
lighter? Nah, I don't know where I got this.
and if you never bummed someone else's cigarettes, you're not a true Pisky. So.
Right? Hey man, you got a cigarette? You don't smoke, so?
Maybe I'm thinking of picking it up. Judgmental.
Jeez. Mind your business. Give me a cigarette.
Oh, Lord.
Oh hell.
So
Once I needed to fit into a biker bar once, and I had like 3 smokes all at once.
Oh god. Now I'm just envisioning Patrick smoking 3 cigarettes at once.
like from the center and each corner.
Yeah, pretty much.
Good, Patrick. That'll do, kid. That'll do.
That'll do.
That'll do, Patrick.
The
That'll
best
do.
part is we'll never know if it was true or not.
Jamie and Michael seem fairly silent, letting the kids talk as they let Patrick lead the way to where Ted is. Since I am assuming he's leading the way, since he so often does.
Yep, he's rushing ahead, and he knows the way.
Follow the leader.
Mm-hmm.
The woods are fairly healed from Patrick's previous efforts, but they're still fairly desolate. A couple of chimera have slowly begun to make residence in the gaps that were there before, but they do seem very shy and immediately retreat as you pass through the woods. The protective circle vanishing day by day. And before too long, you see the familiar sight of the Marble Eater's home. There are quite a few marbles strewn about the area, and Mrs. Marble Eater is just sort of standing out in her, like, the front of her house, just hands on her hips and shaking her head as she starts to slowly gather the marbles. And
hi, Miss Marble Eater.
She waves and opens her mouth, and butterflies fly out.
Awesome.
Erica giggles. Butterflies.
The butterflies seem none too happy about suddenly being born into existence in the middle of January.
I mean,
so fucking confused about how they kiss.
Marbles and butterflies.
Just a bunch of marbles falling on butterflies.
Oh no!
No, but they like eating marbles and butter. Like, that's disgusting.
I mean, she's Mrs. Marble Eater, but she took his name.
Oh my god.
Oh!
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
you should be careful about eating those. You'll end up inside his house. He says this to the Jamie. Oh, I didn't make you anything. Oh, I can make food for us when we get to Ted's.
He seems a little concerned at this. No, I ate before we left.
Well, Red Cap Jesus said I should always make sure that I feed you guys.
Feed us information. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Ted?
Oh yeah, Ted's a dragon.
That is
I fucking told him that.
an excellent intelligence briefing, kid.
Well, what more do you want to know? He's a dragon. He likes tea. And this is his teapot, he says as he pulls out the teapot.
He looks at the very, little girl's teapot. So it's a fairly small thing. And just sort of... Does he, have a hoard of teapots?
I don't know. But you like this one.
Probably. Or tea, and maybe this was his only teapot. Ooh, and he might be really mad if it was.
Oh no, he's only yay big, he says as he puts there. Except when he's not. He's huge.
Yes. See?
When he's not, when he's not, roughly how huge would you say? Dog huge, car huge?
Oh no. He sort of thinks. Like 1,000 of you.
He seems immediately uncomfortable about this. And then looks over at Michael and figures, well, if there's a situation two red caps can't take on, then it's a situation they shouldn't be taking on. And
it's okay. He likes Marcia, so I'm sure he'll like you guys, he says as he just keeps wandering his way on.
Wait, what do you mean he likes Marcia? What kind of fucker is this?
He's a dragon!
Yeah, but Marcia, she's not exactly polite company.
No, but she's fun.
Fun?
Yeah! Taught me how to headlock people. Gave me her knife. His name's Rupert.
She gave you Rupert?
Oh, you know Rupert, he says as he pulls out Rupert.
You notice some kind of cringe as you pull it out, from memories of seeing something done with Rupert, perhaps.
Well, no context whatsoever as he just sort of spins it around his fingers lightly. Like, yeah.
Do you know
This
where
is
that
Rupert.
thing's been, kid?
In my pocket,
Yeah.
and she kept it in a nice little drawer.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's fucked up, he says as he thinks that's a good thing.
No, don't say that shit.
Erica just laughs harder, puts her hand over her mouth like,
People are gonna think that I fucking taught you that shit.
There's a little bit of bell jingling as Bella's laughing.
They sort of just like shrug it off. Like, so has she taught you any of her like trade secrets yet or anything?
And he's like, what's a raid secret?
Well, a raid usually happens in World of Warcraft, which I'm not real fucking into. So I don't know. Our friends were, but I mean, it's kind of an old person thing.
Oh, computers are boring.
You know, that's probably for the best, kid.
Yeah, they never let you do whatever you want to do.
Sometimes you gotta give them a stern talking to. Let the little fuckers know who's boss.
Anyway, let's go meet Ted. Come on. I'm sure he wants this teapot real bad.
Erica just nods.
Go ahead.
I was just saying, Erica just nods.
The red caps kind of have a conversation between themselves as they fall back a little, letting Patrick lead with a little bit of distance as you hear them kind of discuss quietly a bit about Marcia and her past, sort of a fixer for someone. You don't recognize the individual that or group that they are talking about, but they do seem to find it amusing that Marcia has been playing housewife lately, and Michael finds it incredibly hilarious that she's when they dropped Patrick as her mentee, that she immediately launches into teaching him stuff about knives, which is fucked up. But but Jamie suggests, what did they expect? All of this said rather quietly and out of Patrick's earshot, perhaps.
Probably. I only have 2 alertness and 2 perceptions.
Then yes, out of Patrick's earshot, then they discuss the sordid past of Marcia, but relatively close to Erica, because what does she know? She's a she.
Right.
She don't have their finger on the pulse. They have them in their big ears. All the better not to hear the commoners.
Shit. So she still only does have a 2 perception and 2 alertness. So
well, they're near her.
Oh, they're near her. All right.
Yeah.
Well, then she's just gonna pretend not to listen.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to you.
Sounds like you're rude. No fucking shit. So, anyways, it's not too much longer before you reach the center of the woods and the very familiar dollhouse. And there are a couple of small chimera sort of chattering about, and Ted's standing on top of the roof of the dollhouse, addressing them. Like, look, I understand that you are all very concerned about where you will reside, and I understand it is incredibly morbid, and perhaps unforward to suggest that perhaps you take it upon yourselves to make residence in the place of the former inhabitants of this wood. But if you are not, then you must fend for yourself. That is how things are done here. I cannot continue to have all of you in my house at all times. You, madam, broke my favorite vase, and you, sir, well, we are in polite company, and I will not mention what you did to my begonias.
Ted!
Ted sort of looks up, and he's like, Patrick, and assorted others.
Assorted others.
Assorted others. Angry mom.
I got your teapot.
He looks a little confused for a moment, and then like a look of like surprise across his face, and he looks at the ground and he's like, clear a path or I'm going to body surf. The people move, and he hops down from the top of the dollhouse and sort of just struts over to Patrick. It was intact.
Patrick pulls it out and bends on down to him.
He reaches and takes the teapot and lifts the lid and gives it a good look over and licks his finger and sort of just into the spout of the teapot. Who knows what these tests are supposed to prove? But Ted seems satisfied with it, and he immediately reaches down to the ground of the forest floor underneath the occasional snowdrift that has managed to make its way through the canopy of evergreens, and grabs some leaves and twigs and sticks and starts shoving them in the teapot. And he goes inside of his house, and a moment later comes out with the teapot, and he's carrying it using a very, very small pot holder. And he's like, well, there's no time like the present, I suppose. And he immediately starts going through the very complex motions of the dance that he had demonstrated before. And as he does this dance, he slowly, the gestures he's making spill tea in the circle that he's dancing. And he actually starts going through this multiple times. He starts on the inner perimeter, and as he completes the circle and the magic ignites, you feel it almost feels like your ears popping a bit. And you notice Jamie and Michael just leap back. Those of you that Ted knows are you all feel that sort of in your ear, but otherwise after that moment it's nothing at all. But yeah, Mike and Jamie take a step back and look very uncomfortable suddenly on the outskirts of this circle that Ted has just created. And Jamie calls out, Patrick, Tasha, Kid, where the hell did you go?
You guys go fucking blind? We're right here.
And Jamie turns to Michael and I don't know how this is going. Where the hell did they go?
The fuck is going on?
Patrick actually now very curious goes up and he pinches real hard on Killer Mike's belly.
as you reach out from the circle, he sees the hand and he's like, as you pinch him, he like reaches to grab your wrist. Are you going to attempt to dodge that?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Quick as can be. Quick as can be.
Some dex athletics for this old man here.
Oh, it's athletics. Okay. Yep. Contested.
Dodge for you.
Four successes. Actually, it would have been probably 5 for quick or nimble, but it's still it's 4. It's 4 in the end. In the end, it doesn't even matter.
It was dodge for you. It's athletics for him to grab.
Well, their athletics is dodge.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
I don't fucking know.
There is no dodge anymore.
I have like 4 versions of the fucking sheet. It's all fucking Calvin ball.
Yeah, no. C20 got rid of dodge, and they just made athletics the dodge stat.
Ugh, I say. The thing is, they didn't get rid of dodge initially, and then they did. So, when like the first little snippets came out, and like, oh, here's the sheets and blah blah blah. But that's me being bitter for no reason. Yes, he misses, but he definitely sees. Did you see that fucking hand? And you see them like, Patrick, where the hell are you? Where'd you go?
I'm right here.
Oh my god, this is bullshit. Tasha's gonna try and walk up to them.
As you walk outside the circle, you feel that like on your ears again. And you see Ted scamper back to the house, grabbing more leaves and twigs as he goes from outside the circle. And Jamie and Michael look at you and they're like, where the fuck did you guys disappear to?
We're literally right the fuck there.
Right the fuck where? And
right there. She points right at Patrick.
They look right through where Patrick should be.
Oh man, this is trippy.
What is going on?
Oh, this is amazing.
So apparently when we're inside whatever that is, we're fucking invisible.
Well, that's neat.
It's fucking sick.
No, Patrick. Patrick, I swear to fuck.
Oh, sweet.
Anyway, Ayo Ted.
Patrick's gonna be the cool kid. It's gonna be great.
Little dragon dude.
It's Ted's skimpering back out towards the outskirts of the circle. Is he? Yes.
Why can't they see us?
I didn't invite them in the circle.
Oh, Ayo, dudes, apparently you're not invited in the circle. I don't know what the fuck you gotta do to get invited in the circle, but that's why you can't see us, apparently.
They we're just here for Agnes. And,
little dragon guy, can they just go in can we just get Agnes and then they can fuck off?
Oh, they're here for the girl. Why didn't you just say so? And he reaches into he snaps his fingers and a little backpack appears on his back, and he reaches back there and pulls out it's about business card sized. It looks like a business card, but it's a map. There's a circle. There's a little house in the center of it, a little X, whatever, I forget. Anyways, and he hands it up gingerly to the red caps, who take it and scowl, and then kind of startled as everybody suddenly appears back in their line of sight. Anyways, as they they all sort of stare at the dragon for a moment, he Ted seems perplexed that nobody seems to know what the fuck he's doing.
We're little babbies.
And he holds up the steaming teapot with its new tea. Muddy, sticky tea. And he just, are you not familiar with fairies circles? You're all fairies, correct?
I am.
Oh, those are real?
Yeah.
Patrick in genuine is like, I am.
Not fairies. I mean,
Boy.
obviously, the fuck fairies are real, but fairy circles are real?
No, I'm half boy, half bird. And he sort of pauses and frowns at that. Why do I know that?
Are you a bird on your mom's side or your dad's side?
I don't know. No, I remember a crow told me once. In Kensington Garden. Babies are half are part bird. That's why they can fly.
Oh, they come from storks, right?
No, a crow told me.
No, but babies, storks bring babies, and that's what the fuck you're talking about, right?
I don't know. I just know I'm a betwixt in between.
How does a kid know what betwixt means? I barely know what the fuck betwixt means.
How does he know what betwixt means, but doesn't know he's a fairy? You've got pointy ears. Your eyes glow.
They do?
He just like reaches to his backpack, pulls out a teacup, and pours himself a cup of muddy tea to sip on it.
I need this.
Shit's fucking wild, guys.
He turns and he looks at the older three changelings. Are none of you teaching him anything?
Why the fuck would I know this shit?
Excuse me, Miss Bell.
Bella.
Language.
I barely know what the fuck I'm doing half the time.
I'm just a kid.
And
Bella's teaching me fine. And Marcy is teaching me how to use knives. He gave me Rupert.
he looks at Eric and he's like, I'm sure you're going through a bit of an education, correct? You remind me a bit of my old gal. And he's looking at Erica because she typically are educated on these things.
Well,
Yes.
what did he say?
That you're probably receiving some sort of education.
Oh, she nods. I am.
Does it not strike you as a little strange that the boy knows next to nothing about what he is?
Well, I'm Peter Pan.
She kind of like does the hand waggle, like it's kind of a toss up. Like I mean, if he hasn't been around a lot of us, then no, but
Every other week I see him in here with one of you. There was the puka girl, the red cap man, the red
she
cap.
shrugs. She shrugs like.
Don't forget about the asshole dog guy.
Right.
Did the dog come to Ted yet?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
Last time.
Yes. Okay. Yes. He's surrounded by puka and red caps. Maybe you need another pisky around you.
What's a pisky?
Oh my goodness.
That's what you are.
No, Bella says it's pronounced pixie. That's what she is.
Ted pours another cup of tea.
Tasha pulls out one of the menthols that she got
Erica,
from Mandy and hands it to Ted.
Erica looks at Ted and she's like, I actually didn't know that he didn't really know what he was.
Look,
I assumed he did.
Look, I'm Peter Pan. I know that now. And I know how to fly. I know how to fight. What more is there?
You have a point, actually.
I
can't argue that.
I'm not even gonna say it because I have said the word so many times, but I don't think you little fuckers know what it means.
Ted just he holds the cigarette and he just kind of looks at it.
Ted has a cigarette. I quit these 1,200 years ago.
Well, like, Ted is this tall, and even if it's a Virginia Slim, it looks like he's like, you know,
like a cigar.
Sorry, dude, do you need a light? I kind of assumed you didn't, but that might be fucking racist or some shit.
No, I've got it. He says, and he just kind of goes.
Yeah, there you go.
It is a very small flame because he is a very small dragon.
For now.
Indeed. And just he goes and he sits on a little tree stump and just you do realize that having somebody of his potency just kind of twirling around ignorant of who he is and how to control what he does is chaos for you folks at the very least. I'm fine. Fine.
No, this sounds like a whole lot of not my fucking problem.
I mean, I think we've been fine so far.
And he looks at Patrick with a decapitated dragon horse head in hand. He looks at his teapot, so recently retrieved. He looks at the two redcaps who are here to retrieve their twice rescued queen. Fine, you say. Does fine mean the same thing for she as it does the rest of us?
Yeah, wait, fuck, does this mean this is your goddamn responsibility, kid?
I'm a kid! This is not my responsibility! No! She's emphatically shaking her head, like, no.
Yeah. We're kids. We're not supposed to be responsible.
You know, his people like him, the ones that come from the books and tend to linger.
I have a book about me. I have movies about me. I'm in Disney.
Of course you are. People tend to get caught up in the bigger stories. Have you noticed anything like that? I generally stay put here, but have you noticed anything unusual on the outside?
I mean, can you be a little more fucking specific?
I'm being as general as possible. I don't know.
I have a dog that follows me around.
She has a giant mutated dog named Nana.
Yeah. My girlfriend's brother is getting a weird biomesh treatment that's super sketchy. I can make things out of nothing sometimes. A crocodile fell through my goddamn roof a month ago. Like,
TikTok fell through your roof?
Yeah, it was fucking wild. He fixed it though. He was nice.
That's awesome.
Hey, we're changelings. Weird stuff happens all the time.
We're what?
Changelings. You really don't know anything, do you?
I know a lot.
About what you are, besides Peter Pan.
Yeah, I'm Patrick.
Yes, you are Patrick, but okay. She kind of like rubs her face like, oh, well, I guess this is my problem. All right, she looks at Ted. I'll teach him.
Well, good on you for taking the responsibility on your hands, but I hesitate to say this knowing who I'm speaking of, but maybe find an adult.
That's a good idea.
And as he says this, he empties out his now cold and sludgy teapot and once again starts scooping up the random detritus. How do you fucking say that word? Thank you. Detritus of the forest floor and shoves it in his teapot and scampers off towards his house, and a few minutes later returns with a new pot. Now, without further distraction, I have some work to do, and he resumes his dance, this time a little further out in the woods, a much broader circle. And as he completes it, a couple of the larger chimera sort of poke their heads out from the inner rim and slowly start to sort of investigate the area.
Wow.
Tasha's gonna start looking for Agnes.
Agnes is actually she's on the inside of the dollhouse. It's a very large dollhouse. For what it is, it belonged to a very well-to-do young lady. It's big enough that kid-sized people can sort of scrunch inside of it. But yeah, for adults to go in, it must be much, much larger. And anyways, she's inside, and she steps out. And,
Your Majesty.
She sort of like pokes her head, and like the dollhouse like opens up as dollhouses do. Ted prefers to use the door, but Agnes is too big for it. So so she sort of like crawls out from the area and looks, and, and she sort of puts her like shoulders back, and Jamie, Michael, Patrick,
Agnes,
Donkey.
Donkey.
You see Ted's dancing? It's fucking sick.
Oh my! This is all my goddamn fault.
No, it's not.
I'm so fucking sorry, guys. I fucked up.
No, you didn't.
I'm going to hell. I mean, I already knew I was fucking going to hell, but like,
she just sort of looks at Patrick. Are we allowed to use those kind of words around the others now? And she says, she looks
Allowed?
at Patrick,
I'm saying them.
She sort of addresses the more towards Jamie and Michael, and who have lowered themselves into a fairly deep like bow of respect towards the young lady. And she looks to Patrick and, have we fought off the English yet? Is the threat back? Is my tower rebuilt?
No, tower's not built. But there's worse things than English. There's pirates, and there's Hook.
She she sort of gives him that confused look. What do you mean there's Hook?
Hook! He killed the sorcerer and took Emma to his ship. Where I rescued you from.
Erica nods.
The Children's Wellness Center.
Yeah.
Where I also fucking rescued you from, by the way, just throwing it out there. Just okay, thanks.
No, you didn't.
Listen to your kid.
She seems to be a bit distracted to correct either of you on why you guys might be offending each other. You said Emma's at the center.
Yeah.
And your friend Joey's about to be, if I don't do something about that.
What do you mean
soon.
Joey's going there?
His parents want to get him this thing called a biomesh procedure. I looked it up. It's real fucking sketch. Like I'm pretty sure it's probably illegal if people actually found out what it was about, and it's super immoral, like not approved by the IRB for human trials. Even though, you know, human trials are going on. You know, his parents aren't obviously concerned with that.
But that place steals your magic.
Yeah, something like that.
That's not a good thing.
Joey has all sorts of magic in him. Well, he can't go there. He can't. And Emma doesn't deserve to be there either. Oh, and she may be a pirate, but she's not Hook.
She's English.
Either way, she doesn't belong. She doesn't deserve to be with Hook.
Real fast, isn't Hook also English? Am I wrong? Am I misremembering one of the movies?
He sort of thinks about that for a moment, and like he sort of squints for a long moment.
Doesn't he have some kind of accent?
Agnes looks lost.
I'll have to go back and rewatch those things at some point.
Just rewatch your family home movies.
Yes.
Yikes. Suburban, have at thee. Oh, Lord. Always there, waiting now. He won't be in any of your videos.
I was about to say, I hope he's not in any of our home movies.
He will not be. I promise. So, yeah, she seems a little like torn on things because on one hand, the center is terrible. On the other hand, Emma is terrible. Are you sure we need to save her?
Of course. Because it's Hook.
Well, if we're about to lay siege to this thing, we need to make a plan.
Oh shit! Are we? We're
not today. No, just
no. But we're just gonna fucking go in there and siege the goddamn place.
I mean, I did.
The little 6-year-old or 7-year-old girl looks up at you. How old is Agnes? 9-year-old. Sorry. Looks up at you like, of course. we're children of action.
So we're just gonna like I wasn't gonna suggest it because I'm pretty sure it's like a fucking felony or some shit. But you know, like committing arson, like burning it down or something like that.
Well, there's kids in there. We can't just burn down all the kids. We gotta get them out.
No, yeah, we would pull the fire alarm or some shit to get everyone out of
there.
Yeah,
Erica shakes her head like, no. We are not
then
burning
we burn
anybody.
it down.
I mean, we could probably burn a couple of them.
Okay, well, no kids. Just the bad adults.
A couple of the kids. Just a couple.
No.
Didn't you say some of the kids are... Didn't you tell me that some of the kids aren't really kids anymore?
She nods. Some of them are English.
You really hate the English, don't you?
Almost as much as I hate pirates.
I mean, listen,
Almost.
kid, have you probably haven't gotten to that unit in American history about colonization yet. When you get there, it's fucking wild.
It's fucking sick.
No, Patrick. It's not.
And she like nods approvingly at what Tasha is saying. They think everything is feckin' theirs if they can just lay their eyes on it.
And the genocide thing.
They tried to take my tower.
I mean, that too. I feel like genocide's a little bit, on a different level. But sure, yeah, that as well.
They tried to take my tower, which was filled with my people. And they tried to take it by starving us out.
Okay, yeah, those are bad people.
The whole bloody lot of them should be shipped out and sunk.
Like pirates.
So can we put the pirates and the English together?
She looks at Erica. I like the way you think. And she she gets a very serious look for a moment. I know that you like to go headlong into things, and I'm not saying that you wouldn't be successful in retrieving your friend, but if we're going to make sure that not only your friend is rescued, but so is the English, and they aren't immediately drugged back, then we should make sure we make plans this time.
So you mean, and this is a weird little thing that happens. Patrick's features completely shift. He actually grows a little taller. He completely, it's not Patrick. It's still a red-haired boy, but he's wearing a sort of like reddish-black, sort of almost like suit of the leaves are gone. It's not the suit of leaves. It's like this reddish sort of black, almost like pinstripe sort of suit almost, but not quite. It's hand stitched together into this one full bodysuit. His skin is far paler, and there's freckles on him, but his eyes, they're not green anymore. They're not that brilliant green of showing light of spring eternal of youth, of this fountain of youth inside them. They're gold. They're brilliant gold, like molten and hypnotic, like a lynx, like a predator. So you mean we're going to play war?
Okay, the fuck is happening? Y'all are seeing this shit too, right?
Yeah, everyone sees that.
No, Tasha's saying that, like y'all are seeing this shit too.
Seeing what? And suddenly Patrick's back to normal. Just completely back to normal.
She just goes up to him and is like, what the fuck are you doing?
I'm going to play war. And he sort of shrugs.
How the fuck did you do that?
Did what?
I hate this. I hate this so much. You're fucking creepy, kid.
Thank you? He just seems confused.
Yeah, Erica furrows her brow a bit, like, I can't tell if that was a compliment or not.
Oh, Lord. Agnes simply, like, she does not seem concerned by any of it. I think she's seen the golden-eyed thing before, and
she has.
Yeah, but she sort of recognizes that sort of hostile behavior and nods, and she goes, "Yes, we're going to play war, and we're going to play to win."
Excellent.
Listen, this is some pretty heavy shit, guys. Y'all are like, what, 10?
I'll be 12 in March.
So y'all are like 10.
I will be 12 in March.
Y'all are
Thank
like
you
10.
very much.
The average age here is 10.
Just kind of glares at Tasha like, I am not 10. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been 10 for a while.
I'll be there soon enough.
I'm going to be 10 forever.
My point being, this is some heavy shit, and y'all are like 10.
And?
We can handle it.
What do you guys do when you play war?
We kill pirates.
I
How
hurl
do you
rocks
kill
at the
them?
English.
Right, okay, so you throw rocks at things. Patrick, what do you do to kill the pirates?
So Patrick sort of stops and he thinks. I'm going to roll remembrance here real fast, actually, because I'm going to see how well he remembers how he's killed pirates before.
Gross.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, no. Oh, well. Isn't it? I was like, I don't know. You just stab them. They fall over. And, they're out of the game.
Erica, how do you play war?
She kind of looks at Patrick and like, well, yeah, that's one way to do it. You have to make a plan for taking down the bad guys. And then once you decide what the plan is, then we all follow through with it and hopefully we win. Odds.
Well, of course we win. I've won many times. Except for sometimes. Sometimes Hook gets lucky.
What happens when the game is over?
The game is never
win.
over.
She just looks at Agnes and kind of points to her.
It's Erica will nod like it's not really over. It's something that we're always playing.
Yeah. Even when it's over, you just get at a new war. And a new war starts all over again.
I just want to make sure we're all on the same page that when y'all say you play war, it's a game, but it's not like playing tag or anything like that.
It's exactly like playing tag.
It's not, because when it's over or when a battle's done, people that were don't get to become your friends again. They stay dead.
No tag backs. And she gives that kind of grisly red cap smile.
Erica
Not true.
nods.
Me and Hook have been playing the same war for ages.
As you say that, Ted finally finishes the circle, and that doesn't sound concerning at all.
Well, because we don't actually really die unless somebody makes us completely dead.
To die would be an awfully big adventure.
Our bodies do, but our souls don't.
So Hook is one of you then?
He's nothing like us.
No, he's different.
He just sort of looks. So vague generalities and different. I should relocate everyone different, or different. Maybe just change the locks on a few things different.
Erica looks at Patrick.
Actually, that's a good question. He's going to think about that. Let's see if remembrance helps him on this in any way. If at all. Patrick.
Right.
Botch. Give us a botch.
The botch. Well, Pat, here's what's going to happen. Because I talked to you a little bit about what might happen if he botches Carol. And I think I have an idea. So, if you don't mind, he is going to remember some very important details. He's just going to lose himself for a little while, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. How did you botch?
I just did.
All right, go ahead.
Because you asked me to. So, he thinks. And he thinks back. And he remembers. He remembers a time not too long ago when he was playing war. Well, maybe it wasn't too long ago. Maybe it was a very long time ago. He's not quite sure. But he remembers. He remembers how he beat Hook. He remembers how he won that war. But the memory's too strong, and he's pulled away. And standing there again isn't Patrick, but that boy with the red hair and the molten gold eyes. And that suit that almost is red but black, all one piece. But it doesn't fade this time. And sort of smiles for a moment up at them. Oh, I know exactly how Hook's different. He ain't a fucking changeling, that's for sure.
You gotta stop saying that, kid.
Why?
Someone's gonna think I taught you.
So? And he's
Then
not
I'll
changing
get-
back to Patrick.
Then I'm gonna get blamed for it.
But isn't that part of the fun? Getting blamed?
No.
See, that's the problem. You don't think that's fun. Pushing people to limits that they don't even want to go to.
I don't like where this is going, kid.
Kid. My name's Peter.
I don't like where this is going, Peter.
That's better. And what's your name?
Fuck this.
Fuck this. Fun name. I like it. All right, fuck. You want to play tag? I'm real good at it.
Tasha's just like real uncomfortable, and was from the point he said the thing about pushing people's buttons in a way that they don't, like, in a place they don't even know they had. And she's just like real closed off right now.
Oh, you're all grown up. Lost that little magic in you. Don't even want to go and push those limits. How about you? He says, turning to it. And it's almost like he's grown just a little older, like he's 14 almost. But even then, it's strange. And he's looking at Erica right in her eyes with those brilliant, golden, molten eyes like a lynx. What's your name?
Erica.
Erica! Oh, that's so nice. It's like an angel.
Thank you.
Do you fly like one?
I haven't learned how to fly yet.
Well, I don't fly, he says with a shrug. Used to be able to, once upon a time, but I don't got any happy thoughts.
She frowns.
But happy thoughts wasn't how I bait Hook. That
How did you
sniveling
beat him?
Oh, I got myself an entire whole army. My little devils. Says as he sort of actually like leaps onto the top of Ted's house, and it sort of creaks under his weight as he sort of leans back on it, and as he sort of lives this sort of like, lean back onto it, is like, my devils and I routed Hook out like a rat. See, there's these rules that are supposed to happen, with our story. We play it over and over again, but, it's so boring, being the hero all the time. Ooh, I'm going to skin me a dog. Is that my new Nana? Here, Nana.
Erica looks at Tasha very concerned.
No, Tasha almost looks like, I mean, Erica probably isn't aware of what dissociating is. But she has her arms folded across her chest, and she's usually like cocky, like doesn't really care about stuff. Right now she's just not like doesn't even notice you looking at her. She's frozen.
Oh, must have been hearing things. Oh. But where was I? Hook. Oh, I routed that old codfish out with fire and stakes. He doesn't show up in mirrors, right?
Hook?
Nope. Doesn't show up in mirrors at all. Not even in the reflection of a pond.
That's interesting.
Aye. He ain't one of us.
Do you know what he is?
How about this? If you can catch me, I'll tell you. But if I pull down everyone's pants here, I win. And you don't get nothing.
Crazily, Tasha looks she looks terrified. And she's gonna start backing away.
As Tasha starts backing away, Agnes looks over at her. And then she turns back to Patrick. She's like, it's enough. If you really want to play tag, you can play tag with me. Should warn you, I tag hard.
Oh, no. Tag you need to a group. It's no fun if it's just one. Besides, I don't think any of you could keep up with just me. And besides, and he sort of flicks his fingers around, and Rupert's in his fingers as he's dancing around. Me and Rupert had been talking. And we think we want to play hard with tag.
Let's see. Oh, I guess Amacham left. Okay, as you say hard with tag, Agnes kind of stoops down to the ground and moves stuff to the side, and she starts saying something under her breath in Scottish Gaelic, and she picks up like a muddy rock, and she gives it a kiss, and she winds back, and this is a bunk for Dragon's Ire.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I guess I'll changing up from my usual way of doing ST things. I'm going to actually roll her Dragon's Ire for Dragon's Ire 1 to increase her strength, and then I'll roll to see if she clocks Patrick.
Mm-hmm. Or Peter in this case.
Yes, Peter. Let's see. That's this. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 5 added on to her strength, I believe. Let's see. Each success, look at it. Okay, so Okay. So, what is it to throw something at somebody? Is it Dex melee or Dex?
Dex athletics if you're throwing a rock.
Okay.
If quick or nimble applies, that's actually 4 successes. Oh, actually,
Okay.
more than that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's actually 5 successes if it's Dex athletics.
Okay. Well, let's see.
Or quick or nimble applies. Sorry.
Let's see. That's 2 versus your 4. So the first one sails past you, and let's see. Let's just see what this rock thinks real quick, though, because let's see. Let's see. Because a rock suddenly thrown with 7d10 strength makes an incredibly loud cracking sound as it hits a tree rather close because it only missed by a little bit.
Yep.
But yeah, it embeds itself in the tree beside you.
Tasha jump.
As he tosses the knife to the other hand and twirls it around just as expertly. It's like, you're gonna have to try better than that.
She picks up another rock and she looks to the others and she looks to Tasha. You look upset. Are you gonna be upset if I hit him?
Please don't let him touch me.
Yeah, fuck. Are you gonna be sad if poor Patrick gets hurt?
Please don't let him touch me.
She nods and she looks to Ted and Ted kind of like reaches his little hand up to Natasha or Tasha, and he starts to do his dance, and he doesn't have any more tea in his pot, so he grabs mud and kind of puts it in a circle as he kind of makes a tight circle around him and Tasha.
Oh,
and
so nice.
Oh, something's off about the kid. He was just warning you guys about this. So, anyways, you feel that pop again in your ears as and Tasha disappears from everybody's sight.
Such a shame. No fun. No fun at all. Bad form, as he would say.
And Ted takes a step forward, and you once again see him just beyond where Tasha was a moment ago. Mm. So, you want to play tag, huh?
Mm-hmm. I love it. But you don't have pants, so I can't play the pants part of the game.
Well, let's see if you can tug my whiskers.
Well, that sounds like fun. How hard can I yank? Just kidding. How hard can you yank? I'll yank as hard as I want.
Sounds fantastic. And he doesn't step to move. And he says, well, come at me. As hard as you can.
Tosses Rupert up once, up twice. Hmm. And he tosses the knife up, really high up. So but it's to such pinpoint precision that it's going to drop right onto his hand, right onto his head.
Mm-hmm.
And he waits as it drops. So I want to do a Dex Athletics to try and catch the knife.
Mm-hmm.
Right as it touches the tip of his head.
Are we going to watch Patrick stab himself in the skull? Tune in, ladies and gentlemen.
No.
Thank God.
With a miracle, 6 if that 10 goes with quick or nimble. Right at the top, as blood just barely pricks into his hair as he grabs the tip of his knife, and the adrenaline of the thrill surges through him for Dragon's Ire. 1.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And,
yeah, your standard life-threatening bung production.
we all having fun yet, boys and girls? I don't know if we are. Let's see. So that's diff. Diff 3 then. Oh. So his strength is currently at 6.
Okay.
And that'll only last for this turn as he goes rushing to go and yank as hard as he can at Ted's whiskers.
All right. So I want you to, to rush him. Dex Athletics, I suppose, right?
Or brawl, because I think it's more of a grab.
Go for it.
Okay. Standard diff.
Yep.
Oh, only
All right.
2 successes this time.
6-inch tall Ted does not move as you rush him.
Mm-hmm.
He does not try to dodge. As a matter of fact, he gives no resistance at all as you tumble into the 6-inch dragon and into the fairy circle directly behind him. The pain is blinding for a moment as you feel magic just sort of drain away. You feel heavier than you've ever felt before. You were not invited into this circle that this little dragon chimera cast. And you suddenly feel the weight of breaking into a place you should not have broken. And on top of all of that, beneath you, as you've just tackled him with your full strength, is little Ted, lying perfectly still.
Ted? And it hurts. It's so heavy. It hurts so much. And that golden eye boy is not there anymore. That one that called himself Peter. Ted?
Tasha is curled into a ball on. She's sitting and hugging her knees to her chest, and she's trembling. I don't know if he pays any attention, but she's in the circle too.
Ted?
Erica's sitting next to her.
Ted, what happened?
There's no sound from Ted.
Ted? No, Ted. No, you're okay, right? Ted? It's okay. I know I can fix this. I can. I know I can. It's that you just breathe the air into their lungs, right? That's all you do. Just.
You
Come on.
hear sort of crackling like dried leaves as you blow into this tiny mangled frame.
Ted? Come on, no, that's gotta be a good sound, right? Come on. Ted? Ted? No. No, Ted, what happened? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to fall on you. I didn't mean to fall on you. Come on. What happened? Why did I fall on you? I never fall on anyone. Ted. Oh, Ted, I'm so sorry.
You played war.
I'm so sorry, Ted. I'm taking responsibility for Ted's predicament.
All right, roll your roll it.
Mm-hmm.
Erica has tears streaming down her face as she's watching this happen.
No, I didn't mean to. I succeeded, so not the
Yeah.
cold wind of banality goes through, but no leaves fall this time. Ted. Oh no.
The various chimera of the woods start stepping out. The circle fading with Ted as they see their caretaker mangled. They all speak various grunts, growls, marbles, butterflies, but unless you were the one who created them, none of you speak the language. And no, not until the moon. I'm sure that very clever boys can figure out other things, though.
I do believe in dragons. I do. I do believe in dragons. I do. It's got to be just like fairies, doesn't it? Doesn't it? It just gotta. I do believe in dragons. I do believe in dragons. I do. Do you believe in dragons? He's looking over at Tasha and Erica.
What's the I'm just gonna roll some willpower because #yikes. What's the hold on, I need to look up for the flaw that I almost took. What to base this off of? Okay, I just make a regular willpower roll. Okay, yeah, it takes her a second, but she catches on. Like, I do believe in dragons.
I do believe in dragons. Do you believe in dragons, Erica?
She nods. I do believe, yes.
I do believe in dragons. I do. You all believe in dragons too, don't you? He says to the crowd.
Bella kind of flies out from your thing to translate to them, and various murmurs and butterflies and marbles are heard or seen as they seem to discuss amongst themselves, and they they all circle around Ted and they clap, and a couple of marbles drop near Ted and butterflies as they declare that they do believe in dragons.
I do believe in dragons. I do. I do. I do believe in dragons. I do. I do.
There's a warm breeze that emanates from a location not in the center of the forest, but from a path that had to be saved. From it is a wind that carries on it the smell of flowers, old but eternal. It's got the scent of winter and fire. It's comforting and chilling all at once. And into the clearing in the woods, a woman draped in gold, her face shining like a mirror. And as she enters into the clearing, looking upon her face, you see your own reflection, but you see it as a as your ideal, what you want to look like, what you feel would be your best you see in this woman's mirror-like face. And as you all clap, as the chimera clap along with you, this declaration of belief, this creature kneels down beside Ted and picks up that tiny chimerical frame in her long golden hands. And she looks down at him, and you see his reflection in her mirrored face. But the reflection is not mangled. It is intact. He's breathing. He looks as though he's sleeping. And she closes her golden hands around tiny little Ted. And you no longer see his reflection in her face. She opens her hands again and lets them down to the ground. And there, sleeping, curled up, is Ted. The breeze blows again, and all that's left is the echo of clapping.
I do believe in dragons. I do. I do. Oh, Ted. Oh, Ted. You're okay.
He raises his head, cracks open one eye, extends a tiny little talon, pokes Patrick on the nose, and says, "You're it."
Oh, Erica breathes very deeply, and she just very relieved.
Patrick just gives a big old hug. I knew. I do believe in dragons. I do. I do.
He slowly gets up and he looks as though he's like trying to work out some kinks as he stands up, and he looks to Tasha. "Are you okay?"
Thank you. Thanks for. Thanks. I gotta go. I'll see you later. Thank you. Sorry. I gotta. She like scrambles to get up, and it's like I gotta be somewhere. Yeah.
Tasha?
I'll see you later, kid. I gotta run.
And those bright green eyes, no comprehension of the horrors that you had just saw. No recollection of them whatsoever.
Mhm.
Just staring at you, those bright, beautiful green eyes. Beautiful. Spring eternal. The fountain of youth right there in front of them, gazing at you. Thank you for believing.
She fucks off. I don't think she's gonna go back to Maddie's house immediately. She needs to find a bench or something.
She got to process.
As you
Yeah.
exit the woods, you see Nana munching on what looks to be a bloody deer leg.
Oh no.
And I'm assuming I can't hug this thing, right? Or else I'll like
No,
it'll be awful.
it would
I'll
be
be like
the worst. Do not
This-
hug.
do not hug the banal dog. Just be like, Nana, I gotta tell you some shit.
It looks up from the leg and just kind of tilts its head with the blood and viscera of whatever poor creature met its untimely end at the maws of Nana.
Gotta tell you about a story about men.
And she lets out a low growl.
Men and their wars.
And then perhaps you're mistaken because these parts of the vocal cords are hardly used anymore, but it sounds as though she lets out a whimper.
Cool. I'm gonna go to a bench and have Nana be my therapist.
Is there anything else you guys want to do with the scene?
No.
No, not that I can think. I think unless there's something else more pertinent, I think this is a good place.
All right, excellent. So thank you, players, for playing, and I'll see you next time.